It appears that the SpaceX stock keeps sinking. Look at this. It has lost about 4% on the day. SpaceX has lost about 40% since its all-time high, which means $1 trillion in market cap has simply disappeared. $1 trillion in wealth has simply gone up in smoke since the first week of the SpaceX IPO. And it's just a hell of a thing to watch. So I did a video, I do think it was on Friday. Sorry, it's Monday right now, right? It's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday, right? So anyways, Friday, like 3.5 days ago, I was doing a video talking about SpaceX's stock crashing, and that is when it went below $150 a share. And now, literally Monday, just over the weekend, it is now below $140 a share. And this is just not looking good for SpaceX. Really, the entire AI industry, and frankly, probably the American economy at the end of the day. So I figured I'd talk about this for a couple of seconds, just watching all of this go boom. Because it's just a hell of a thing to watch. And you think about this with SpaceX, so the value of SpaceX was already very hopeful anyway. Let's just say it was very hopeful. Because one of the things you have to realize about SpaceX is not a space company. And this is not me saying that, because that sounds stupid as far as I'm concerned. This is Elon Musk saying it, right? SpaceX is an artificial intelligence company. So when you think about SpaceX, right, and they're launching stuff into space and all of that kind of thing, that is only a fraction of their revenue. The real value in SpaceX is the artificial intelligence. And what becomes very weird about this is that Elon Musk, last week, I don't know, a couple of days ago, literally said that Anthropic is the best in the space. So SpaceX is supposed to be a $2 trillion company based off of the fact that it has artificial intelligence. And then literally Elon Musk comes out and says, oh, and Anthropic has the best artificial intelligence out there. And you're like, what the hell is going on with this? Not only that, but apparently also last week, a couple of days ago, China, one of China's rocket companies, they landed one of their booster rockets. So that was one of the big things with SpaceX, is the reusability. So now China has reusability. And so there just becomes this larger and larger and larger question about what is the value of SpaceX. Not even like, why should it be worth $2 trillion or $3 trillion? It's really kind of getting down to the question of why should it be worth $200 billion? Because one of the things to think about is where they actually bring revenue in, right? Like, or if you think about like with space launches, and I've talked about this before, the space launch capacity of SpaceX, their revenue literally is about the same as OnlyFans. And that's not a joke. That's real. OnlyFans brings in about as much revenue as SpaceX's launch capacity, right? The space company brings in as much money as OnlyFans does. And I don't know, like as we go forward, it becomes this weirder and weirder question about where is the value of SpaceX at all. And to think that $1 trillion in value can just simply disappear over a 2-week span. And the thing to think about is like, what happens when that occurs at scale? So you look at SpaceX, and you go, well, $1 trillion of value, whatever, that just happened with SpaceX. But what happens with that happens with SpaceX, and then SK Hynix, and then Micron, and then Intel. Because think about it, right? Intel stock has like gone through the roof this year. Why? Really because of the AI play. Right, Micron stock has gone through the roof this year. Why? Because of the AI play. SK Hynix, right? They just IPO'd, like, they have this weird thing in the United States. Anyways, their stock is going through the roof. Why? Because of artificial intelligence. Like so much of the value of the current stock market is all in artificial intelligence. And the problem is that artificial intelligence doesn't actually exist. Don't get me wrong. Embeddings exist. Vector databases exist. RAG exists. Transformer architecture, Mamba 2, all that shit exists. Artificial intelligence doesn't actually exist. Artificial intelligence is buzzwords, right? Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in valuations on buzzwords. And what happens when those buzzwords are no longer that interesting? What happens when people no longer care about the buzzwords? I think that's where it's going to get to be a very interesting place. And all this other stuff going on with artificial intelligence too. Like even if you think SpaceX is, I don't know, is actually doing good with artificial intelligence, I don't know why you would. But even if you do, like it's interesting. Like right now with Meta, oh, Mark Zuckerberg's going to fuck so many people. So is it called Spark? Anyways, Meta just came out with their model. They just came out with their new model, supposedly good for agentic coding or some garbage like that. One of the interesting things to think about, though, with Mark Zuckerberg, because he's an old school bastard. He is an old school tech founder. Apparently, what Meta is going to start doing is they're going to start subsidizing their models pretty significantly, essentially to drive the cost of their models down. So the idea is they want their models to be about a quarter of the cost of like OpenAI, Anthropic, with the idea being that if they're a quarter the cost, that will then bring users in. Which basically means Mark Zuckerberg is going to utterly destroy the value of artificial intelligence. Because that's the whole thing. Like when you sell products, like there's this idea of like what something should be worth. Like why is this thing? Why is a Toyota worth $40,000 and a Lexus worth $80,000? A Lexus is a Toyota. And a Toyota, in a way, is a Lexus, really, at the end of the day. So, like, they're the same, very much the same vehicle. But a Lexus has the Lexus brand on it. And so we think that should be more valuable, right? There's this brand value that happens. And that's one of the things with AI. What's supposed to happen with AI is the idea that AI should be valuable. But what's interesting is, it's not even the Chinese folks anymore. It's not even just the Chinese models and the open source models and all that kind of stuff. It's even people here in the United States, like I say, with Mark Zuckerberg. Like literally destroying the perceived value of product. And then you have SpaceX trying to say they're worth $2 trillion. I'm not really sure how you square that circle. It's getting more absurd by the day. And this stuff was always absurd. Don't get me wrong, I've been screaming about this for years, and it's just like by the day, this is getting more idiotic. And the interesting thing too with SpaceX is so their stock is sinking right now after they got included in the NASDAQ 100. So one of the ideas with them getting included in the NASDAQ 100 is that was supposed to artificially put gas on the price of their stock, because that was essentially going to force people to buy their stock. Since if they're part of the NASDAQ 100, the NASDAQ 100 is what's called an index fund. Once you're part of the index fund, the idea is the funds that track that index have to purchase equal amounts of stock for every company within that index. So basically, this was supposed to force the purchase of SpaceX shares, which then should have, it should have, logically, it should have goosed the price. But the price is sinking. So they've already done that. And then the interesting thing is the lock-in periods, right? So when employees vest with a company, they get equity, they get shares, they get equity in the company. Normally after an IPO, there's a lockup period where essentially they can't sell. So the idea is you don't want all of your employees to dump shares the day it goes on the market, because that will tank the value of the stock. And so what's interesting, if you look at it, the amount of shares that can come to market now after this lockup period, the lockup period will expire over a time frame. But as that lockup period expires over a time frame, apparently it is a tremendous number of shares that can get dumped onto the market. And so what happens, so if SpaceX was at 225, their high was at 225 about 2.5 weeks ago. They're now down to 139 today. They've lost 40% of their value in 2.5 weeks. Those lockups expire, so people then start dumping their shares onto the market. What the hell is going to happen to SpaceX's value? It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Why the fuck do we allow this to happen? Why did the President of the United States allow this guy. Why did anybody allow this to happen? Because think about this, right? SpaceX is 90% of our space launch capacity. It is 90% of our space launch capacity. And literally, this idiocy of IPOing at this idiotic valuation could end up tanking the entire company. That is just a hell of a thing. Because like they've got loans like after, so they got $85 billion in equity sales. So they put $75 billion of shares on the market. Now the banks that were selling those shares, they had the right to purchase like an additional $11 billion. So it was like $86 billion. So basically SpaceX sold $86 billion in shares. Literally, a few days after they sell $86 billion in shares, they still then have to go and get more debt financing. It's like $20 billion in debt financing after they raked in $86 billion. So anyways, I don't know. Maybe this is just me venting. Maybe this is just me and a beautiful day up here in the Adirondacks. That's not really a good view. Beautiful day up here in the Adirondacks. Kicking back. Pondering our civilization in a camp that's been here for like 150 years. Oh, Lordy. So what do you think about this? What do you think about the SpaceX stock continuing to tank? So basically, it originally priced at $135 a share. It actually went on the market, though. This is the thing. It went on the market for $150. So on the open market, nobody was able to buy for under $150. Shot up to $225. And so now at this point, it is now $11 under what it came to market as, and only a couple bucks shy of going below what the initial pricing was. And what is the future? Like, what is the, like, you look at that, like, what could Elon Musk pull out of his rear end to make any of this valuation make sense? There's a StarMind thing. I need to do more research on StarMind, but I guess StarMind is his whole idea of these orbital data centers. Like, is anybody that excited about orbital data centers? I mean, I'm just saying, what is it? XAI already has hundreds of thousands of GPUs that they're renting out because they didn't actually need them. And Meta has enough GPU or AI hardware capacity that they're going to be renting that out. At the same time, the Meta apparently is going to be doubling their compute capacity. So they already have excess capacity to the degree that they're deciding to rent it out. And then they're going to double their capacity. I talked about that one before. Like who actually in July, I'm not saying in May 2026, orbital data centers was obvious. I'm just saying, who the fuck in July is like, yeah, orbital data centers? That's obviously gonna be worth trillions of dollars. I don't know. Put your comments down below. How low do you think SpaceX will go? Do you think it will simply destroy the artificial intelligence boom? Or do you think it will take our entire civilization down with it? And for everybody giggling, every non-American giggling, just remember, when the American civilization goes down, you all are fucked. Just gonna put that one out there. It's all fun and games until it goes boom. I hate this shit. Man. That's what I try to tell the young people. I'm like, man, these financial crises are just not fun. I graduated high school in a recession, going through the dot-com bust, seeing my friends get wiped the fuck out of the dot-com bust, seeing people get wiped out in the Great Recession. It's just like, oh, fuck. Oh, anyways. So, go out, touch some grass. The grass will always be here. Here's the thing. You may not be able to afford a gaming PC. You definitely won't be able to fucking afford an Xbox. But you know what? Grass will always be here. Go out and touch some grass. Roll around in the grass today. It's gonna be about all we have left. This goes boom. Anyways, Put your comments down below. If you like these episodes, do remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is down below too. And if you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there. And with that, see y'all later.